All right, good dawning. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning. Excellent. I pressed the go live button and it just went live on its own, but I just deleted it. So if you saw me go live for a second and now you see me again, I went live twice, but it's all fixed. Good dawning, everyone. Welcome. Grateful to see all of you here. Witchy Trista. All right. Good dawning, Millie. Good dawning, Witchy Trista. We have hopefully we'll get some emails out today and get everybody situated and set up a calendar here. All right, maybe a higher level of clairaudience. There you go. All right, so what are you hearing? If you have clairaudience there, Millie. Who's got clairaudience? Good dawning, Amanda Havens. Kay, good dawning. Kay, everybody check out KD. And if you want to post it, she's got a channel, if you didn't know. And all of us have wrenches, so you can just click on K and subscribe by clicking go to channel. It'll shrink me and then take you to Kay's channel there. Yeah. All right, guys, how we doing? Welcome. Two more episodes here of Guten Dawning and Guten Morgen. Good dawning, right? Good morning. Yeah, so I'm a clear mutt. Ha ha ha. All right, so welcome, guys. 2 more days. Today is Thursday, and all day it's Thursday until Thursday, Friday, and Monday. Then we have 1 year of Good Dawning. Welcome, Victor. Good Dawning. Josh, can you view the last message I just sent you without too much disruption on my stream? Just message as far. No, I can't actually. Is it if it's a text message, or is it if? Yeah, actually, I can't. Okay, hence he's been absent. We have his permission. Okay, yeah, I can read that since it's sitting in my notifications. How perfect was that? I didn't hear it come in for some reason, but yeah, I will go over that here in a moment. Thank you, kind sir, and favor to that kind sir. Yeah, we'll go over that. Thank you. Yeah, I have it. All right, so I'll let people pile in, then we will go over that text that I received from Victor and. Favorite everybody, and thank you guys last night. Anybody who joined in the chat in the video with Adam, the Medium channel there, and I thought it was a fantastic interview. Adam's always a great interviewer, and yeah, it was a good time. And of course, if you are not subscribed to Adam from the Medium channel, please do so. Most of us are compiled to pile. We pile in there on Sundays in the dawning there, if nothing else, and that's kind of like. A place to just chill and hang out with Adam, so to speak. All right, trying to get the aces out of the pack here. And there, are we missing an ace? Uh-oh. Don't tell me I'm missing an ace. Seriously, guys. Ace, 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 ace. Yeah. Hey, this could be funny. I might be missing an ace. And then if that's the case, that would tie into me missing the ace from my four. And yeah, what the hell? I mean, that's all right. We can tie something else in it. It doesn't truly matter. It's just red and black. But it's, unless it's hiding in the box, there it is. All right. Yeah, every time I do the 4-card shuffle there, I end up losing one of the aces that I had. So that's kind of funny. It still wants to hide out. How are we doing, guys? Are we practicing gratitude? Is that the attitude? I know for myself, just making that shift in the gratitude yesterday shunted me into a different energy space. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely feeling the attitude of gratitude in the atmosphere and feeling the bigger shift. So today we're going to do a couple of things. If you have a pen and piece of paper, that would be fantastic. If you don't, that's still fantastic because you're fantastic. But what we're going to do is do some gratitude grounding today. We're going to visualize with gratitude. We're going to see things. I see words and utilize words for gratitude. And is your what? Yes, your pick. All right there, Jasmine. It's your beautiful. All right. Yes, sure. We're going to let that float for a minute and then come back to that if we need to. But yeah, so we're going to work with the Divine Masters deck today. Let's have the Dream. I Dream of Amethyst. And let's see. Dream Amethyst that we only got from, of course, Chloe'sCrystals.com. which is actually in under construction. Chloe'sCrystals.com. She did get the money out of the GoFundMe, and so she's already got like a dozen, 2 dozen items loaded in there, and so one day at a time, she's loading it up. All right, guys. So yeah, so if you want to help, speaking of GoFundMe's here, my GoFundMe is in the description of this video. If you want to help me get my booty to Chicago and help my father change his universe and be part of their universe, you can help by donating to the GoFundMe, which is in the description of this channel here. And yeah, help me help my dad and help me get out of here to Chicago and help my father. All right, so let's work with the dream or with the cards here and see what we get energetically for today. Before we do, though, how are we doing, guys? Karen, Kim, Addie Artisan, popular bacon chickpea song recommendations in India. Okay, sure. Interesting. Sometimes you get interesting comments in your chats, right? I am certainly barefooted. Oh, blessed. There you go, Mary. Okay, you enjoy confidence was your energy. Confidence was amazing last night, Josh. Good dawning as again Victor can see the deer and holes. LOL. Yes, yet more to go. Millie, Bonnie, and all. Thanks, Millie. Awesome. All right, so how are we doing? Are we grounding into gratitude? Are we having a good dawning? Are we having a grateful day, or are we having an ungrateful day? Because if we're ungrateful, then we're going to roll off into all kinds of different energies. And of course, the first thing that we want to think about, though, is did we, and I haven't mentioned this in a minute, did you ground this dawning? Watching hummingbirds getting ready for chicken chores. Favoritina, chicken chores. I couldn't even imagine. Living in an apartment is the furthest thing from any chicken chores for sure. Although in Boulder, in Colorado, in most counties, Boulder County included, you can have chickens at your house with not pretty much any issue. But awesome. Hummingbirds are awesome. But yes, it's another gray and cold and rainy day here. It's our 5th day in a row of rain in Colorado. So not even a chance of going to the park, but it's only in the 40s outside, upper 30s right now. And so yeah, there we go. We have yet to really roll into summer. We've had 5 days of continuous rain, which out here is almost next to impossible. It's I do remember driving around the other day, like a week ago, going, we really need some more rain. And I'm not saying I did a rain dance or anything, but it is my universe, right? You could see it that way. And watch what happens if you start taking action and control in that manner. So in this aspect, yes, I created the rain because I said to the universe, all these lakes are drying up. We need more rain. And so there you go. So now it's raining. But all right. Okay, I saw comments after I began moving, and you're definitely as well made me feel super grateful, and that helps the day. Amazing ways. I'm grateful for my chickens. UV is high. Oh, awesome. Yeah, the UV is probably off the chain. What I figured out a few years ago, if you watch Mr. MBB 333, he doesn't do it this. I don't know if he's going to do it this year. He used to do the UV patrol, right? So he'd have people do UV tests around the country and around the world. And you'd be like, all right, what's your UV saying by like National Weather Service or AccuWeather? And then you'd be like, it's a 7. And then he'd have them test it and put the wand out and it'd be like, your UV is like a 23. And it's like, wait a minute. So yeah, the UV is like, shouldn't be over 10, right? But it's, yeah, easily over like 15. UVC, UVBC. It's UVC that shouldn't be coming through. That's coming through. Make us all turn into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles if we're not careful, right? It's rainy and chilly here too. We did need the rain. Yeah, we've got lakes and well, not lakes, but like mini lakes and ponds that are starting. The lakes themselves are receding, but the ponds and stuff are drying out. So you can take rides and see like empty pond, a little bit of pond, half a lake. It's like just evaporating. So hopefully we get this figured out here. Yeah. All right, Angela, good dawning. And Angela has a channel. If you want on the Discord, you can check it out. Otherwise, you can check out Angela's channel by maybe she'll post it. She has a wrench. She can throw your channel in the chat there if you want. And again, if you want to help out with the GoFundMe, and nobody's required to, but if you want to help out with the GoFundMe, it is in the description of this said video, and grateful to get to Chicago. All right, so let's cut these cards. 1, 2, and 3, and let's see what we got. And thank you all again for last night, and whomever was in the chat with Adam. I couldn't see the chat, and it's still cycling through. So reset the chat. But grateful guys for all of you who were there. 1, 2, and 3, and let's see what we get today from the Divine Masters. You're all a divine master. You're the master of your own divinity and how you choose to see it. So keep that in mind too. Everybody's their own divine master. You're your own version of your own divinity, and so you see yourself as divine as you choose to, or you choose battery pack, or you choose not to. Just getting it off the table. I was sitting here. All right, when I go DoorDash, I take a battery pack with me. So if I end up having to wait for a dash, I don't leave my car running, so I can charge my phone. Or keep it charged if I'm like on it and carrying it. All right. Today is, and yeah, are you ready, guys? And we've all met her before, and she comes back, and we will even take a quick pull of the book here. All right. There we go. Ooh, one more card. No. Are these not in alphabetical order? No, they are not. Either way, Lady Nada. So we're not going to worry about the book. Lady Nada. I was going to pull Lady Nada up from the book, but I think we all know who she is. Lady Nada, we're looking for an expanded heart. So gratitude would expand your heart, and we're going to step into more gratitude today. So see that? What do you seeing in the card there? Of course, it's all kind of emanating from her heart chakra there. So expand her openness, liberation. Let yourself be loved. So opening that heart chakra for love and to be loved. You are the love you are. And of course, it all starts with you. You are the love that you 56, going to a high of 70. I wish we'd see 70. So you are the love you are looking for today, right? You're that love. So be it and express it from yourself to yourself through yourself, right? That's how you attract love, by being love. That's how these things in general tend to work. So next card, in order to be Lady Nada, then carry that energy with you today. All right, so the next card, in order to receive that expanded heart, and it's going to sound weird, but it's true. And remember, your heart is 50% one way and 50% another. You do not get rid of your dark side or your shadow side ever. You are your shadow side just as much as anything else. And oh, sad, we got a chip in our Cancer cup. That we got a Goodwill, believe it or not. The Cancer cup from Goodwill, but the Cancer is starting to peel off of there, the paint. So, all right. So Shiva, Lord Shiva, where's Krista, right? And those of us who sat in Jared's homage to Shivarati, there we go, Shivarati. When we sat with Jared overnight and stayed up for 24 hours to pay homage to Master, to Lord Shiva. And so in that aspect there, Shiva's coming through, and karma release. So not that you have to come back and pay your karma. Keep in mind when you pass away, and the being, they go, all right, you got to go back. You robbed Bob and you stole from 7-Eleven, and so you got to go back and pay that karma. Tell them to take a flying leap, because that's not what real karma is. So karma release is releasing the karmic energies within where? Yourself. You're the karmic energy. You're the release. It's not when you die and they tell you to come back because you took a package of M&Ms from 7-Eleven when you were 12 or something. No. So you have to repay that. It's about releasing the karma now, so you don't create situations that spin you back into the old you. That's the karmic release, guys. I mean, really, that's what it's all about. Well, maybe it's the hokey pokey, but we'll find out on the other side, right? Would you imagine if we actually died, right? And they went, well, no, you got it all wrong. You didn't do the hokey pokey. I told you that's what it's all about, but you did not listen. We even put it in the song, right? Everything we were telling you was about the hokey pokey, but you didn't listen. No, seriously though. So yeah, So karmic release, and it says at the bottom there, the end of a cycle, not like your washing machine, right? Debts are paid, and choose your destiny. That's what we're saying. Don't let karmic tell your bigger oversoul that when you die, you are not coming back just because they tell you you have to pick up all the dog poo you didn't pick up when you were on Earth, or whatever karmic stuff they're telling you have to repay. That's not the case. It's releasing your karmic self here so that you don't create negative situations. Well, negative is a relative term, but you don't create situations that take you backwards in your universe and you don't box yourself in. That's releasing the karma. All right. So True Josh about karma. Christine, good dunning. Purple Christy. All right. The divine director. Well, there we go. The divine director, and other than skin color, if you ever saw like the original Star Trek, it's like V'Jor, right? She kind of looks like other than the skin color. Show me V'Jor. Take me to V'Jor, right? Which was the go watch it if you don't know what V'Jor was, right? The divine director. The trust the process. Are you trusting the process? And sometimes it's hard to trust it, but nonetheless, here's the easiest way to figure out if you can trust the process, right? Take a moment. Look at your life backwards. Go backwards. I can. I can do this for myself. I can't speak for you. So if I can't trust the process and I stand in my frame for a second and have to go to the rear view mirror. Why? Because I've survived it all. I'm here. I'm not in a mental institution. I'm not crazy. I haven't lost. Well, you could think I'm. Yeah, no, it's up to you. But no, I haven't lost my marble. I haven't. Right. I didn't do anything crazy. I'm still standing here. Everything's fine. My limbs are on, and I have a couple bucks in the bank, and I have food in my belly. So what I'm getting at is we've all survived, and we've even kind of somewhat semi-thrived. So what I'm saying is everything that's ever happened to you you have stepped through, you have cleared, and you have survived. You're sitting here now watching me, watching yourself, really. So trusting the process. There you go. It's not easy to do because the process can go up and down and within it. But if you stand in your frame and you look backwards, probably find that the process carried you all the way to where you are right now, and you're totally fine. But whether it's the circumstances, ideal situation or not, that's a whole nother balls of wax there, guys. But you're probably perfectly fine. Hey there, Hershey. Good dawning to Hershey, beautiful soul sister. We'll get emails out to you guys. Now I found out that the place that I'm working will be closed in the first week of June. So they're like, hey, we're going to Vegas. So we're going to make it our vacation week, and we can save a week and kind of furlough you guys and save some money. You're not new restaurants. So they're taking a week off. And so with that, we'll get a lot of scheduled. We'll get emails out, and we'll get you guys scheduled for stuff. But that was the break. I was perfectly. So yeah. So outside of DoorDashing. So yeah. So where I'm working will be closed. So we'll get Mo. We'll get you or Hershey. We'll get you on. And we'll get everybody who's going to send emails. We'll get them on within the next couple of weeks, then, for sure. All right, but next week could be busy here on the channel since I don't have to go to the shop or anything. So yeah. All right, guys. So the divine director. So trust the process, create space, and let divine order for the divine orders to manifest, to unfold. There we go. All right, I guess we grabbed an extra card, so we're going to use it. Generally, we don't, but there's a fourth card, so we'll see what it is. It was just hiding. Sometimes when you have one card, it can look, it can look like two, or look like one, but it's two. All right, so we have Cthulhu, initiatory experience. What are you being initiated in, guys? Cthulhu is wanting to bring you into something new, and if you are have an expanded heart, you're already looking for new because you're expanding, right? And your openness to liberation, to let yourself love and be loved, and you have Shiva coming in to balance the expanded heart. You have to have both sides, guys. Shiva is going to balance that expanded heart, right? Because you can't just live in the love, or you will be run over on this gaming field, on this planet. Shiva. The end of a cycle, debts are paid, choose your destiny. So if you are, there you go. So stand in that double energy there. And then finally, not double, not the, if you thought I said something, the divine director. What are you directing for yourself? V'Jor, right? But yeah, trust the process. And create space for divine order in your universe. So basically, like, open up. Let's see what's comes in. And then Cthulhu's here with see, it's asking for you to create space. And then Cthulhu comes in with the initiatory experience. Are you seeing the flow? So Cthulhu, your current your current situation is limiting your gifts. So it's saying for you to transcend, which is what Lady Nada is saying with your heart, and what Shiva is saying with release, and what the Divine Director is saying with trust the process. So transcend yourself. And finally, we'll take the last card here. We generally don't have a fourth card, but Sopdet, which would also familiar. Sopdet. Sopdet is cosmic power, so it's wrapping you up in your expanded heart and then boxing it off with cosmic power. You are the cosmic power. So it's saying for yourself, unlimited potential, secret mission, sacred mission initiated. So openness, sacred mission, initiation, openness, sacred initiation. All right, so be open, guys. Something you may be initiated into something new. Something new may initiate into you. But as long as you are open to it, and remember, guys, and take a deep breath and look backwards in your life. We generally don't want to, but you look backwards. Can you? I can. For example, when I was hitchhiking and the same guy picked me up twice. I don't know if I told you this story. Here's a story to tell you how your universe can love you, right? So I was hitchhiking, right? And on the I-10, on the panhandle of Florida in 2001 with my friend Jay. And Brendan, I don't know where he is now, but favor to you, Jay, if you actually see this video. And so anyway, so we're hitchhiking on I-10, and this guy picks us up, and he takes us up couple exits up, and he lets us go. No big deal, right? And we're talking to him, and nice guy from Africa, and we're talking, lets us at the gas station, and fine. So we get a ride from this hippie chick who's going to this music festival, but when she tells us she's going to this music festival, I went, honey, your music festival is east, and you're driving us west. So she's like, ooh, first exit. And so she drops us off, and this is about 2 hours after seeing our first ride. And so she drops off at this random exit, right, on Florida I-10, and there's nothing there. It's just like Florida road, whatever, and then just trees, and it's northern Florida, so giant palm tree or giant pine trees, right? The real tall pine trees that you see in Florida at the northern Florida. And so anyways, we're standing there, and we're like, all right, so now what? 20 minutes, no car. 30 minutes, no car. 40 minutes, guess who shows up? Our previous ride, the guy from Africa. It's like literally, like, I don't know what he pulls up, and he opens up the door, right? So this is the second time we've seen this guy. Ride, then we went in the car with the hippie chick who took us the wrong direction, and then him again. He's like, what the hell? How are you doing? What are you doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Get in the car. I guess I was supposed to pick you up and take you. Where are you going? Off the highway. I'll take you as far as I can. So get in the damn car again. How's that happen? You get the same hitchhike twice within 5 hours. Doesn't. It's impossible. Generally, the person's cleared the area. He didn't even know how he ended up there. He's like, I was told to come here by the universe. And so trust the process. That's when we say look backwards, right? Only to look backwards to see where you have been taken care of in situations that could have been, like standing along the highway in Georgia after about 4 hours, and this cop comes and picks us up. I told you this guy, the heavyset cop comes and picks us up, the state police officer. And the next thing we know, we're at the Flying J drinking coffee and sleeping in the trucker's lounge. So as you drove us there. So you never know anything, guys. What we're getting at in general is trust the process, let go a little bit, and go from this end to this end, and let the bookends take you. And yeah, so if you stand in your frame and look truly backwards, there may have been times where things fell apart, but you're here, you're standing here. Generally, we're all in some sort of building of some sort. We've all got internet, and we all ate something, unless you're just fasting. We all have access to water, and going back to gratitude, right? We all have access to water, right? Are you getting it? We all have internet. How many of you're watching me? You're watching yourself, right? Exactly. You're all awake, so you managed to awake today. Your eyes are working, so there. Are you getting it, guys? Right? You're in the chat, so you have an account with YouTube. So there, exactly. Well, you have fingers, so you'd be able to type. So yeah, wait, we could go on here, right? You have electricity, so your phone was charged. Wait, we're not done yet. See where we're going here, guys. That's what I'm getting at. All right. Gratitude. We're not done with the gratitude. We're going to just getting started with gratitude. I noticed a shift in myself yesterday when we shifted to gratitude. Whatever was at me is because I'm reframing myself into that gratitude space. Chloe, squishy, big squishies, and good dawning. And yeah, so if you need crystals, guys, this came from Chloe. This is a phenomenal piece of work here, and even a druzy cave on the side. This is not a little crystal cave. At Chloe's Crystals, chloescrystals.com. If you type it in, it's probably not there yet, but it's coming together on the back end. Excuse me, energetic burp. You can tell, if you guys, can you tell the difference between when you burp, like physically, and when you energetically burp? There's a huge difference when you're just like, your body's burping to escape air, and then when your body is burping to escape energies, right? So think about that. Yeah. So we're going to come back to gratitude here as we were talking here, and we'll work with the Chloe's Dream Amethyst here, which is a stunning piece of work. Thank you, Chloe. And so yeah, so we're going to work with the curve cards here, and no laughing at Curve Cologne, great deck of cards here. Curve Cologne was popular. Well, now it's a discount cologne. But yeah, back in 2002 and 3, it was the Shiznit, right? Everybody knows the Curve Cologne. But yeah, now you can find it at like almost, I think you probably find it at Walmart. But yeah, so, but it came with a poker set. And so there you go. So the poker set alone made the Curve Cologne worthwhile. So if anybody wants to play poker, come on down. And we got a set. But we're going to check, we're going to do some cards here, like we've been doing intuitively. And then we'll dive into the chat here and see what, work on gratitude here, guys. But so from your end, are you ready? What we're going to do is a little bit faster pace, red and black. You do not need to put it in the chat unless you're fast and want to. We're going to take 5 seconds per card. This will take like less than a minute. And we're going to start, what we're doing is working, about to leave second school drop off. Today is Roman Day. She's dressed like a goddess. Ooh, awesome. Roman Day. But did they really always dress like that in Rome? I mean, you see it in all like the crisp white tunics and the all this and the sandals. But did they really dress that way? I mean, how crisp and white could their stuff have been if they didn't have a Maytag or a Speed Queen sitting in their laundry room, right? When they're going out to the common wash rock and they're scrubbing against the wash rock. You always see in the movies, it's like perfectly white, like somebody bleached it white. It would probably be a bit more off-white with a bit of spots of gray and earth and everything. But yeah, you get it, right? All right, guys, so let's work with the, I wonder if our perceptions, like in movies and such, of like ancient Greece, ancient Rome, Greece they say was worse, but ancient Rome, is really like it was, or are we just like romanticizing, and it was really like smelly and there's crap everywhere, and you know what we're getting at here, and right, people get sick and walking around, craziness, right? I want to speak quick. Best, you talk about material goods, solid state. That's what's digital now. The controls are, but used to be all solid state. But yeah, digital, crazy. You can make someplace they think Speed Queen, the greatest washing machine known to man. There you go. I don't know which, but yeah. All right, so let us work with these cards. Here we go, guys. Ready, set, and take a second here. All right, so if you're ready, we're not going to breathe into it or anything, because intuition, and this is why we do this. With Victor, you're getting a transmission and seeing if you can receive it. This, I want you to feel this in your gut. And the idea is that it's fast-paced intuition, left, right. Like if you're driving, right, and you don't know, do I make a left or a right? You got to feel it into it, right? If you're standing at the grocery store and you got 2 brands and you don't know, you got to feel into which one's going to work for you better, right? Same kind of idea. So fast intuition, so we can start making decisions on our universe on the fly. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm going to shuffle and not look, and I'm not looking. There's only 4 cards, so there's only like a handful of combos. But all right, here we go. I am not looking. First card. I'm going to take it from the. All right, red or black, guys. And again, we're not breathing into it or anything else because we're working on fast, instant intuition. Do I walk down this dark alley with the 3 guys who look like a rugby team standing on the end of the alley? Or do I skip the alley and go around under the street light? Intuition, right? All right, here we go. Red or black? All right, come on. 1, 2. I'm going to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get better at this. Black. Red or black? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red. We're going to do a couple laps here, guys. But the idea is we're going to start doing a lot more exercises in the dawning as well. So it's exercising your intuitive self, exercising your energetic self, and exercising your psychic self in the dawning. All right, so red or black? Un, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Es negro. All right, and finally, if you, now it's a memory test, right? Is this red or black? It's part of it, guys, because of your intuition and observing your universe. Red or black? Un, two, three, 4, and 5. Red. All right, let's do this one more time with the same amount of speed. And we can also do suits, but we'll do suits tomorrow. Or, yeah, suits tomorrow. It's another way to do it as well. But it's all about trying to burn in that intuition so that when you're out in your universe and somebody said, you trust yourself and you can start. When I'm seeing Victor, I'm not waiting for his transmission. I don't know what he's saying. I look at it and it's like, shoom, which one is it? Victor can transmit what he wants. I'm not even tuning into it. I mean, I could, but it's just natural. Look, boom, within 2 seconds. And so, all right, you ready, guys? Un, dos, tres. Here we go. One last round, and then as we do this, we'll pick up the rounds, and we could even do this for a few minutes, so to speak, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, red, black, red, black, red, black. And we'll get to the point where you guys are going to start to get more accurate. If you have a deck of cards at home, all you have to do is, and I'll show you them, I don't care. Break out the aces and shuffle them together, and or jokers or kings or queens or whatever you want. And yeah, or you could do the whole deck, but it's best to start with 4. Like I taught myself to juggle by using 2 pairs of socks, right? And just practicing. And then I had a 3rd pair of socks. But, all right, so here we go, guys. Ready? 1. We're going to get ready here. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right, is this red or black? And we're going to count down from 5. Il, yi, sam, sak, o, yuk. That's counting the 5 in Korean. All right, black. Next card. Red or black? One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The answer is red. Next card. And then again, if you get the last one, then it's a memory test too. So it's also helping you to see your observation skills too. All right. Red or black? We'll hold it for a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tina. 5. Look at that, Tina, go one step further. You can do that if you see it. So Tina saw the heart spot. And last but not least, you can guess the suit as well if you want. You should know what this is. Is this red or black? You should also know what suit this is, guys, as well. We're also teaching observation skills as well through this. So what suit, if you know, and what color is this? And yeah, so it's about being observational and paying attention in your universe too. So, when you're like, there we go, guys. All right. And that's a big theme in the movie The Matrix, is paying attention to that observational universe. You guys all got it. All right. So the Ace of Spades. So we're going to do this again tomorrow, and we can work with the suits. But Tina, yeah, you got the suit there on the hearts straight up. So you got the color in the suit. So yeah, and we can do that again tomorrow. You guys are getting Victor there has primed all of our pumps, so to speak, to be able to do this. And so yeah, and fantastic. All right, so let's ground into some gratitude. It's always the best attitude. And Favor Millie was doing a drop off there, driving, so safe and favored driving. If you are in a car watching Good Dunning, then we send love and driving protection. We see your car driving along as the brightest golden bubble on the road. We don't see your car, we see you surrounded by this golden sheet of light as you're driving along, and all the cars just scatter out of your way. Peace and safety. You're driving in that clear air. You ever get into that point where you're just being taken care of, where you've got like the line of traffic behind you, right? And you got like 85 cars. And then you look up front and somehow you got in the middle of the two sections of traffic, and you're just all by yourself with the clean air, just driving along, and you're like, yeah, I know, I'm covered. The universe has got me, and the light. They all pile into the light and go, and then you come in behind and get the back end of the green and just keep it right. Yeah, exactly. Teresa, good dawning. Teresa should be live today live at 5 with Teresa. 5, that's Eastern time, and 3 o'clock my time, and 2 o'clock if you are on the left coast of the California, Oregon, and Washington state. There you go. Arizona and West. All right, so let's ground into some more gratitude. I've been doing gratitude on my channel too. We're in sync with our focus blessed. I will try to tune in today as best I can. Hey, Josh. Hey, everyone. My power just glitched, turned off and on, and now my internet isn't working. Prayers it gets better so I can go live as planned. So, yeah, let us know, Care Bear. If go double check. What I would do is go back to your router, unplug it, and then plug it back in just to let it reset completely. But that's probably what it is. It's probably just reconfiguring the IP address and reconnecting. It can take up to a couple minutes. Depending on your router, it can take like 5 or 6 minutes to get reconnected. But you should reconnect automatically. It just had to renew an IP address to reconnect, most likely. But yeah, if you guys have access to pen and paper, we're going to do a couple of gratitude exercises. We're also going to visualize in gratitude today. And yeah, we're going to stay grateful, right? What we're working on here, we're not working to get a Kundalini awakening, although if you want to get one, and I got one through gratitude, start grounding into extreme gratitude, guys. I mean, extreme gratitude. Have you showered yet today? No? Then make your shower the most gratifying shower you've ever seen. Have you had coffee today? And you be grateful that the coffee bean from Brazil or from wherever it came from, Costa Rica or Africa, made it all the way to your table and in your belly. And that somebody way back in the day figured out that in order to even get coffee into your mouth, it has to be ground. And who figured that out? That's my question. Who was the person who stood there? Can you answer this, guys? Who was the person many years ago, right? Who was like, this bean looks interesting. Let's figure out how to make this into a drink. I mean, seriously, if you had to figure out how to pound it out, and you had to grind it to a pulp, right? Into a powder. Then you had to figure out to put boiling hot water on top. Where did we get the instruction manual for that? Who was the first coffee barista on planet Earth? When you think about these things, it really kind of blows my mind. There's another topic for a show for like Victor and I to do. How do these things come about? And if you ever really think about this a second, and this might blow your mind, right? Just take Folgers coffee. Every single retail establishment in the entire country, that's everyone that sells anything food-wise, probably has Folgers coffee. How many stores is that? How much Folgers coffee can they really be pouring off of a factory line? You ever really think about these things for a second? Every single grocery store in the entire country has Folgers coffee. Probably every 7-Eleven and every convenience store in the country has Folgers coffee sitting on the shelf. And so just to think, how much coffee is there in the world? When you start to think about these things, something kind of... And at every store, there's a factory belching out enough Folgers coffee to put much Folgers coffee in every single store in the entire country. And that's Alaska and Hawaii and probably Puerto Rico included, right? And the Dominican Republic and wherever else. And so how the hell does that happen? That's my question. I'm not an engineer or anything, but yeah, when you think about these things and you're like, wait a minute, something seems to be a little fishy, right? Coffee don't grow in Germany or how, right, exactly. So how do we have enough coffee that just Folgers, not alone Sanka and Nescafe and in every freaking store, in cans, this large, it just blows my mind. And when you start to think about these things, I visited a bunch of times in the 90s and loved it. I usually don't crave Dunkin', and now at early to Athens Goddess schools, school goddess day. It's that day. Awesome, guys. All right, so yes, 90s is when I was there too at Truthwave Energy. At least my cell phone is allowing to watch Good Dawning. Wait, Care Bear. If your cell phone is allowing you to watch Good Dawning, then just do your show off your cell phone. Hello. You're on the internet. You're watching it. You have internet access. Care Bear has internet access. She's watching this. So Care Bear, just use your phone. That's what we're doing. So you rotate or whatever. But yeah, if you're already using StreamYard, then just go to StreamYard.com. The stream's there and on your phone, and just do it from your phone. You'll be fine. So Care Bear should be alive today, and she can just do it from her phone, and she has internet access. So there we go. And it's we won't get freeze frame with when we sometimes, because Karen's on a DSL line, sometimes we get freeze frame. Like the Jake Giles band. But yeah, if you use your phone, you'll be fine. Just turn it sideways. If you're using StreamYard, I believe, and if you are using, even if you're using YouTube, it's either way. It's available. But yeah, StreamYard, whatever streaming platform, generally, you just use the browser of your phone. So my cell phone 5G, not great for streaming. LOL, it's weak service in my. Oh really? All right. So Care Bear's in a internet. We're gonna looking backwards in your universe. It's like Care Bear, right? She sees her internet access, right? So yeah, so there you go. Old school internet at Care Bear. But yeah, you can use your phone if you need to. If they are not exactly working or resolving the issue, then yes, start by restarting and unplugging your router. Yeah, exactly. Or you can go back, and there should be a button on the back to release and renew your router, which would then flip the IP address and reconnect it to the internet. Yeah, either unplug it or hit the release and renew, the little button in the back of the router. You should just have to hold it for 5 seconds. Karen, my cell is still 4G. You know why? Because I turned off the 5G radio. I have never used the 5G. I had to use it like twice at work at the old job, because it didn't pick up 4G for a minute. They were fixing the tower. But yeah, no, on my cell phone, because I didn't want to go through the body adjustment of using 5G. Think about that a second. There's a lot more involved in that. We're not going to go there, but a lot of the you can go back to the. Let's go backwards in time to the German, what is it, the flu in 1915 or whatever, when they started with electricity. Each time they shift the frequency on this planet, we're not going to go too far here. 4G, we had some sort of swine. You remember the swine flu, right? 4G came out. We're not seeing much. Then right, 5G in 2020 and 19 and 20. All right, so we stop right there. But yeah, so when people are ill, and then the internet, you go 4G, 5G, stop. So I haven't shifted to 5G on my phone because I didn't want to feel any of the new energies. So, and 4G works just as fine. I did do a speed comparison, and there's like literally my 4G is faster than my 5G anyway. So when I had to use the 5G the one time at the store because they were fixing the tower, and it wouldn't let me into YouTube. But yeah, you can go. I just went in and switched it to LTE because my body's used to that, right? So I've been using LTE for how many years now? 5, 6, and so 4, 5, 6 at least. 3G is long since dead. So yeah. Now 5G, if I don't use it, right, I'm not going to go to 6G. If we go to 6G, goodbye. So yeah, so to speak. So right. So 5G. We'll just use the Wi-Fi for the show. But you get it exactly. So yeah, I didn't have to do the body adjustment to the 5G because I just left it on 4G, so I didn't spend a week running around feeling ill or any of that. And I've never really used 5G for more than like 30 seconds to a minute. So, all right. I live in the woods. It's better than a van down by the river, right? I live in the woods by a river. Service here is almost negligible, but it's better than living in a van down by the river, right? Remember that, Chris Farley. All right, guys. So let's grind into some. I'd love to live down in like the woods by a river. That would be amazing. Instead, I'm on like I live on concrete and blacktop next to. But no, honestly though, if I look out my window, not this minute because it's a little cloudy, but if I look out my window, I see Rocky Mountain National Park. So I really can't argue that. Chris, living in a van down by the river. And Coach. All right, so yeah, fat man in a little coat. Remember fat man. All right. Yes, down by the river. My charms spelled out van yesterday. Oh, awesome. I can see the blue. Oh, beautiful. Sometimes the Rocky Mountains, we call them the Blue Ridge Mountains. It just depends on the haze. But yeah, there was a week last summer where it was like straight up the Blue Ridge Mountains. But no, I'm at the base of the largest mountains, the front range of the Rocky Mountains. And then if I stand at the right location here, whoosh, I can see from here, which is northern Colorado, right, all the way down to Fort Collins, and I can see Pikes Peak. I can see the snow on Pikes Peak, which is 150 miles, 125 plus miles away. So yeah, I can see the entire range of the Rocky Mountains from where I stand. I can look down 125 miles, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, so where I go to the park for Good Dawning, which we'll get to at some point. It's like in the 30s now still. But if you go around the backside of the park and you stand there, you can whoosh all the way down one end of the state. Literally, you can see up to Wyoming and down to the Pikes Peak. It's crazy. And Wyoming's an hour, 40 minutes to an hour north from me. Karen would know where Wyoming is, and Karen knows what I'm saying here. Meeker, yeah, Mount Meeker. But yeah, you can see all the way down to Pikes Peak from Wyoming, which is really crazy if you're not careful. If you're careful enough, standing in Wyoming and see the south end of Colorado. All right, so let's grab a piece of paper, guys, and do some. We're gonna do some energetic work here on gratitude, because you know what? That's the attitude, right? So let's take some breaths in. We're gonna do some breathing, and then we're going to visualize. What are you grateful for? What is the one thing that if it showed up in your frame today, your universe, and are you getting up, and when you're standing there, are you stomping your feet on the ground and saying grateful? When you get up in the dawning, are you standing up? Can you stand vertically? I'm not going to stand up behind the table. I'm likely to knock the table over, and then I stand up, but I stand up that way, right? But yeah, that would be bad. So yeah, but when you stand up, first thing when you get out of bed in the dawning and your feet hit the ground, are you saying the word grateful? Just asking. TruthWave Starlink is perfect for traveling as long as you have an outlet to plug it in. You have an internet plus the receiver melts snow. Yeah, but the prediction is that Starlink itself is unsustainable because they keep this. Can we get a solar flare there? They keep knocking out Starlink satellites. So there will be a point where it's going to become unsustainable because Starlink is going to have to keep shooting satellites up just to keep replacing the ones that get knocked out by any X or high M solar flares. And so Starlink has to figure that out, shield those things better, or eventually Starlink will be unsustainable because as the solar flares kick up and again, that's just the solar cycle. As the solar flares kick up, they're going to be scrambling to keep up to replacing the ones that short circuit from all of the flare activity and as our magnetic field weakens. So yes, but it's great now. It may not, like 10 years from now, it may be kind of a hull of a mess with 15,000 satellites spinning around that aren't, it may be, who knows, favored. But yeah, he's running into. He's got to chase him down. But yeah, so can you ground into gratitude? So let's take a breath here, guys. And yeah, so breathe with me if you would. And not like the Prodigy, but breathe with me. All right, so here we go. I've watched some videos that suggest the power supply to bring as well. I'm really excited to begin using Starlink. Oh, wow. So Victor's using Starlink, which right now is amazing. And only the future will really tell. But so Victor that's cool. So yeah, you can take it anywhere. And but yeah, although if you have unlimited internet access on your cell phone and unlimited free hotspot, you could just Starlink, right? So I just use my phone as my Starlink. Being an old customer of T-Mobile's, they don't meter what I do as far. I get totally unlimited internet and totally 100% unlimited hotspot. I've done hotspotting all day and they never said a word. So yeah, so I would use Starlink. My phone can become Starlink as far as that. But if you have a primary internet that you're like at home, Starlink, that's going to be amazing there, Victor. I know they were giving away the basic kit for quite a while there. My goal is to be able to do my meditation from Cuba. Rock on. Yeah, but technically, I guess, yeah, if you have no cell signal deep in nature, then yeah, like I can only go so far into the mountains before it goes kaput, and that's not very far. So yeah, if you could sit on the top of a mountain and do that, that would be awesome. So yeah, take your Starlink with you. It is portable. All right, Starlink's a little rough on the planet. It is. There's going to be a point. between Starlink and then the Russian system that they're building, and then there's another third system. I don't know who the Asians are building. That we may not see the stars too much anymore, and that could be fun. But so we'll just see like, and I've seen Starlink trains. If you've ever seen one, it's just a big line moving like this across the sky, like a big line moving like that. Krista, good dawning, by the way. All right, so let's breathe in. Take a deep breath in, guys. We're going to do some visualization, and then we're going to work with the Dream Amethyst, and then close out here. We're already 50 minutes. And of course, Care Bear there, hopefully she'll be live at, so next up is Care Bear. She will be, actually, yeah, she'll be live after Victor. Victor will be live at 9:45, and then Care Bear. And then if Krista's going live, she'll be live at noonish. And then Teresa's at 5, and then 3 or 5 or 2 if you're East Coast and West Coast. And then we spin back to Victor again at 9:45. But yeah, all right, so breathe. Take a deep breath in. And release. Listening to Victor, I am driving into the Blue Ridge and can see lots of things in the trees. Ooh, bless. Clint, good dawning. Breathe in. Hold it. And release. And breathe in. Hold it. And release. What we're going to do, guys, what's the one thing that would make you grateful? See it. What is it? Visualize it as the word. So if it's money, honestly, and there's nothing wrong with that. We live on a planet that takes money to be choice, right? So if it's money, see the word money. If it's people, see the word people. If it's love, see the word love. If it's a relationship, see girlfriend, boyfriend. Whatever it is, see it in physical word. Once you have that word in your third eye, in your frame, or on your visual, your mental chalkboard, however it is for you, what we're going to do is visualize that word in a bubble of gratitude. Are you with me? All right, so take that word, close your eyes if you're driving. Do not close your eyes if you're out in public. Do not close your eyes if you're on a bus, Gus, and you don't need no corduroy. Just pick up the keely and keep your eyes open there. It could be a little weird, but otherwise, guys, but set yourself free however you do it, right? All right, so here we go. So see what you are looking for in your universe. Hold that in your third eye, and then close your eyes and see it wrapped in golden light and hold it in gratitude. Are you ready? We're going to do this for 1 minute. So it's up to you if you choose to do so, but we're going to hold the space for 1 minute for people to do so. So here we go, guys. All right, so hold that. Visualize what you are seeing. What word are you looking for? Then you take that word, wrap it in gold, hold it in the highest light, and hold it with gratitude. 1 minute. Here we go. Begin. All right, guys. It may have been 50 seconds, but either way. All right, so you only have to do it for 30 seconds, technically. But what we're doing is visualizing what we want, holding it in gratitude, and bringing that into our frame. If we're releasing that into the vibration of gratitude, love, abundance, financial abundance. Again, you don't even want to use the word abundance because you'll get anything. Money, a new car, more peace in my universe, whatever you're looking for. If you see that in word, right? Our body recognizes the word. Our mind understands that word. We understand. We can put physical emotion to that word. And so using the word, even over a picture of what we're looking for, a pile of money, can be more helpful because we can relate to the language in a way that kind of grabs us. So when you're out there, we're going to do this every day in some fashion. We're going to ground into seeing what we want. So again, whatever that was that you are visualizing today, can you hold space for that in your universe? Can you see that coming into your frame. And you're welcome. You're welcome there, Teresa. And can you hold that? May want to write it down. If you're an artsy person, right, you may want to write the word down. You write it in 3D, put gold around it if you have colored markers, put it up behind you, or put it at your desk if you're at work. Whatever it is, on your mirror at home, so it mirrors back to you. But we're not like a visualization board. We're taking the one word. So if you want love, just for example, when we're putting in love, but you got to expand on love too, because you can get love from just the weather. The weather loved me today. It was 82 and sunny and no humidity, right? My food loved me. It went down and I didn't get heartburn. Doesn't right? But no love. Like, so you want a relationship. So you want a physical relationship. So you see relationship and you just write it down and block letters and decorate it out and put it up on your wall. So yeah, that's just a night outside of the cutting a picture. That's somebody else's energy. When you're doing a vision board and you look back in the day, you had a stack of magazines. That's somebody else's energy. So if you're right, they took the picture. It's whatever they decided the picture should be, and then you're just piggybacking off it. So with this, if you're just using words, right? A new car, awesome car, right? Then but you're not giving any expectations. You may know the car model you might want, but you're getting the idea. Relationship. We know we want another person in our universe, but when we know our own specifics. But again, no, you can get too specific there, and you end up pushing yourself out of that. But yeah, so we hold that word up, relationship, and we let it flow into our universe. So write it out. If you have a piece of paper, you can copy like printer paper. You can write it out and put it up there. You can just in front of your desk, right? Whatever it is that you're looking for, you can put it in your car. But yeah, so we're going to ground into that again. We're going to keep doing that same technique on the daily here, but there's more gratitude to come. And so take a moment, guys, if you would, and we're going to do a five-word gratitude list. So before we start moving into working with the dream amethyst here, hand on heart. So if you're at home, put your hand. This is your receiving hand. Your left hand, your right hand is your giving hand. So in this case, we want to receive gratitude. You want to give gratitude. You choose. I'm looking to receive. And what are you looking to receive, or what do you want to give in gratitude? There's two different ways. You are making that decision with if you're receiving, then on your left, this would be your divine feminine, and on your right, to give would be your divine masculine. So another way to look at that as well. PG, Bubbles Boy, good dawning. They're parental guidance. And you need some parental. Everybody, when you're hanging around PG, do we need parental guidance? Well, quite possibly if it's PG and Scotty, we could use some parental guidance. But otherwise, they're Procter and Gamble. And if you look at the back of Procter and Gamble with the moon and the stars, look at that symbol. I love you. Yeah, to give you a wider berth of the planet we live on. The moon star symbol from Procter and Gamble. Check that out. I write stories. I swear my mom and I did back then. Stories align to create. It just happened to occur, and there's time and so much would meet a random mint that Booth says. Okay. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do real quick before we ground into the dream amethyst here is barefoot. Jamie, wish I wanted to be barefoot more. Wears socks a lot in the house because littles drop sticky stuff, and I don't want to step on. Yeah, I hear that. So take 5 seconds here, guys. First 5 things, spit them out that you are grateful for. This is just a personal exercise here because we're going to start grounding in faster gratitude too. So you can put it in the chat if you want. You can say it out loud. But here we go. 5 seconds gratitude. And for me, it's you guys. It's for Adam. It's for gratitude for being able to earn funds. Gratitude that eventually I'll get to Chicago. And gratitude that there's some peace in my universe. This is the first things that came to mind. What are you grateful for? 5 things. Go. Chat's fast, brain, fingers can't move. I'm grateful. You're welcome, Kay. Yes, it is early, but there's reasons for it. Food, money, electric, y'all, hubby. All right, Tina. I love being barefoot inside. All right, play, love, remember. So throw some gratitude into the chat, guys. We're this group. Yes, you guys are family. You are my family, and this is you guys are grateful. Bopping, safety, and niche. I love it. All right, it's reinvented. It's a never-ending battle here. Oh, these poor floors. I bet with kids. All right, so what are you guys grateful for? Throw it in the chat there. As we do, we're going to start working with the Dream Amethyst. And as you go out today, whatever you held as your gratitude word, if you see it, hold it in the highest light. As you're out today, you can hold that word, whatever it is. May it be money, and there's nothing wrong with that. That changes your universe. Nothing at all. May it be people, that changes your universe. Nothing wrong. Whatever it is for your new car, it can be something physical, doesn't matter. You hold that in the highest light for yourself. All right, so let's take just 2 minutes here. We're going to work with the Dream Amethyst. And my cats, my apartment, clients, my coworkers. Hallelujah. All right, so with your permission, we work with the Dream Amethyst. Exactly, Lakeside Laura. We all, unfortunately or unfortunately, the realm that we are created for ourselves requires cassiola in some form or fashion there. And I am grateful for my children, Millie, health, car, home, community, coffee, and nature. Oh, awesome, awesome. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and love each and every one of you. All right, with your permission, Dream Amethyst. While we're doing the Dream Amethyst, in that gratitude, though, what's your biggest dream? What are you? If the universe said, you rub the genie, right? I am the Aladdin of the Dream Amethyst, and you have one wish. Hold that in your thought while we do the Dream Amethyst. Here we go, guys, with your permission. All right, so this is Dream Amethyst. It's a version of amethyst. It came from Chloe's crystals. I didn't really know it even existed until I saw it and fell in love with it. And yeah, if you don't move my finger there, this is one of an extension of my finger. But yeah, you see the chevrons on top. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it has a point so perfect. Yeah, I'm not going to impale myself, but yeah, exactly. You could almost cut somebody. Hey, Mo. Grateful for Josh, our community. You bring some. Oh, thank you, Care Bear. You bring joy to our world too. Seeing your shiny, happy. I mean, when you come on, they cater in your ears, and come on. And then, of course, hearing your kids too. It's amazing. We all lift each other. You guys are awesome. All right. So, what are you dreaming of, and what do you want to put into the Dream Amethyst today? It could be what you see when you were grateful. The word that we're going to hold up and exalt. All right. This thing gets heavy. These things are not light. This is, I mean, it's a real tower. It's not like those mini towers or what have you. Grateful for my bosses. Bosses or managers, there's a difference. If you have a manager, then they're going to help manage by teaching you energy. If they're a boss, then they're just going to boss you around. They manage energy. If you're a manager, if you're a boss, then you're directing energy. Just got home, did photos, picked up middle school graduation lawn sign, now to find perfect spot. Oh, how awesome is that? All right, that means you have a high schooler next year. Ooh, favor. Whole new universe when you go from middle school to high school that first year. Favor. All right, guys, we're going to clear this off here in a moment and close out. But yeah, I'm digging this new format. I don't know about you guys. And so tomorrow, bring some paper. We're going to do speed writing in gratitude. The idea is that gratitude, we're speeding into gratitude. Why? Because we don't need to slowly ground into it. We are the gratitude we're looking for. And the faster we work with our intuition, the faster we recognize emotions and gratitude and change in space and such, the quicker we shift. We can sit around and ponder gratitude till our navels fall off, or we can just see it for what it is, realize we're grateful, and step right into it in the lickety split. All right, let's seal this off. Hermetically sealed, right? Sealed with a kiss. Right. Grateful for healing in the world of capitalism. Everything you see here, and we'll seal this off. Sealed. Hermetic, and close this energetics. There we go. All right, so everything but even if it's capitalism or whatever title you want to put on it, it's the system that it is. So I'm not going to hold any negative towards it because I have to function within it. What I found is if I'm in opposition of something that I have to be a function thereof, or that I have to step into and be part of, then it's just going to make it harder for me to create within that system. And so the only system that we have at the moment is the Federal Reserve System, right? And so you too can pay 3% interest on your dollar, but nonetheless, it's what we got. It's called the 3%. It's called inflation. So yeah, so enjoy, right? So yeah, so until we're not taking, until we're not in the barrel that they're throwing over financially, so to speak, over Niagara Falls, until we go to Bitcoin or Ripple or whatever else we decide to do. It is what it is. So I love that system. You know why? Only because I have to deal with it. So I send love to it. I'm grateful for it. And I step into it with all gratitude, love, and joy because it feeds me. It nourishes me. It allows me to go to the grocery store. It allows me to put gas in my car and allows to for this to happen and everything else. So much as that's the thing. We push those things away when we were like, yeah, they're nasty. It's what it is, but we have to accept it. We don't have to love it, but you have to accept that it exists and step into it with a more, if you don't, if you're not balanced and you step into it with like a negative, like, ooh, I hate money and karmic, it makes it harder. It's what it is. It's good to keep money flowing, not sitting still by far. All right, guys, I love you all and I'm grateful. If you didn't get to watch last night with Adam, yeah, you can. It's pinned to the, well, of course, you can go to Adam's channel and give him the view there, or you can go through my portal on the community tab there and watch it there, and as well, Angela, if you go to the community tab, Angela, we did not know, she has a channel, so you can check that out. And Kay has a channel too. Kay has a channel as well, KD, and so you can check that out. They're both pinned on my community tab. Go figure, right? I had no idea. And so there you go. Check out their channels, guys. That's what it's all about, is that each and every one of us finding our light and stepping forward into our higher selves and creating those channels. And there we go. There's Angela's channel right there. So pinned. Shaboinky. There you go. So Angela's pinned. So grab it, stab it, and eat it all up, right? Consume. There we go. So check out her channel, and it's awesome. And yeah, and check out Kay's channel as well, guys. KD, and you can put your link in there too if you want KD. And yeah, awesome. All right, guys. So let's. And if you have a channel and probably have a wrench, so go ahead and throw it in there and let everybody know. And if you have a channel I don't know, then definitely let everybody know. Why do I not know? I want to be subbed. I want to see what you do. Part of the fun of this channel is seeing when you guys go live and do your stuff. And Laura B the other day, and blows my mind. But K sound right here. LOL. All right. Adam's post record. Oh yes. He did a post as well. We're talking about ascension. Just the gist was that there is no ascension, guys. You aren't ascending to anything. Where do you ascend to? You're already source. You are the highest vibration of all. You are the source of everything. You vibrate as high as everything is. The question is, it's your body that's ascending out of its traumas. That would be a better way to state that. Is that you are shedding the traumas that have been attached to your body. And so, but Adam did a post on that. It was fire. Yeah. So guys, thank you all. All right. So as we go forward here, Tuesday we will be live, hopefully from the park for a 1-year anniversary, and but otherwise we will be live tomorrow. Today, check out the lineup again. Teresa's at 5 or 3. Victor and Care Bear, and Victor then Care Bear as usual, and of course, Blindly Inspired. I think she's live today at noon. And yeah, all right, guys, stay awesome because you are, and let's do this. All right. So left arm up to the person, shoulder on the person to your left. Right arm up to the person to your right, and we're gonna create a big circle. We hold each other in that circle, just like a big football huddle, or like Australian rules football or rugby, except we're not gonna run each other up and down on the field. As we send our love in that circle, clockwise from our left hand, we'll spin around. Wee! Go through each and everybody's heart chakras, right from their left hand into their heart chakra, right across their chest to their hearts, out their right arm and back, and all the way through. So we're carrying each and every everyone's hearts within each and every one of us as we spin our love through each and every one of us. So as that love comes around, you're grabbing that love and that heart energy from your neighbor and from each and every one of us. So as we spin around through our hearts, we lock our energy and our love to the greater source field, to Mother Gaia, and the greater source field. And we see each and every one of us in love and peace within the greater source field. We see everybody within the greater source field with 4 walls, right? Everybody should have a right to 4 walls. Nobody should have to or choose to. I mean, they can choose to, but nobody should have to by choice, by lack of choice. There we go. Live in a tent, a teepee, a hut, a shack, a shanty, a cave, a knot in a tree, under a bridge, a cardboard box, or anything else. We have enough on this planet to give everybody a decent geodesic dome or house, whatever you choose, right? 2 bedrooms worth, 2,000 square feet worth, with an acre of land. And we can put everybody in the state of Texas. Why? Because we don't have a population problem. We have a density problem, like in the barrios in Brazil or in India or in, you get the idea, Calcutta, right? So yes. So we also, within that, have the ability to give everybody fresh fruit and vegetables to stock their pantry. Why? Because 50% of the food on this planet, what happens to 50% of the food on this planet gets destroyed. Doesn't show up in market, it rots, what have you. Never makes it out of the farm even. So in that aspect, yeah, there's enough food on this planet that is produced. If we just fix it to get it to people, then yeah, just if we can get Folgers coffee to every store, we can get potatoes to everybody. Exactly. So as we see that in our universe, we see everybody with fresh water. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have fresh water, or it should be dragging water from the river, the creek, the muddy hole, or whatever it is, boiling it for 20 to 30 plus minutes and then letting it sit till it cools before they can finally have a sip of water. We have ways to make plenty of wells. We have a box you can lay on a table, and as long as there's more than 10% humidity, you can create water out of thin air. So there's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have fresh water, access to fresh water as well. Purpose. Everybody on this planet should have access to purpose, should be of purpose, and everybody has a purpose. When I was sitting here in my lump, coming out of the dark night of the soul and couldn't physically do anything because I had lost my ego and couldn't figure out myself, I had no purpose, and those days were holy hell. When you're not doing anything on this planet and just sitting and feeling purposeless, it is not a good place to be. As well as love. Everybody should have the right to love. Everybody deserves to be loved. Technically, theoretically, there's 8 billion vibrations on this planet. Some real, some not. Some what they are. But either way, there's a lid for every pot and a vibration that should match you in your town as well where you are, or at least come close. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not receive a hug when they need one. Period. We see the governments of the world dismantling their militaries and apologizing for grifting, grafting, lying, stealing, and cheating each and every one of its citizens. We see the governments returning the monies that they've been grifting, grafting, lying, and stealing, and cheating from their citizens back to them. We see the armies putting down their weapons and apologizing and hugging those they would have otherwise shot and getting to know them as real people, as mirrors of themselves. We see the governments of the world instead doing a paint by numbers contest. So whoever does the best paint by numbers will end up as the world's whatever and doing whatever they feel they need to do to rule the world, right? They can be the biggest, best paint by numbers president on the planet. And we see each and every one of us in the highest light. We see Helene or Henny with her brand new place. We're staying where she's at and figuring all that out without any pain. And we see Karen Suki not having to drive to Estes Park to go see her doctor. We see Rick. Well, we actually don't, but we see Rick. We don't see Rick ever having to go back to the doctor. We see him going back for a 6-month cancer checkup and the doctor going, "Did you ever have cancer?" We see Lindsay in her universe with a brand new home with lots of fresh fruits and vegetables in abundance in her universe. We see anybody, Yolanda, standing there healed and walking tall and strong. We see Blindly Inspired having to change her name to Visually Inspired. So yeah, right? Miracles can happen. And each and every one of us, we see in our highest loving miracled light, we see all of the abundance, joy, whatever that word is, abundance. You fill it in that you are looking for in your universe, in your universe. We see whatever word you held up in gratitude coming into your frame today. All right, guys, remember everything when we close out by releasing our love. There we go. Sorry, went a little fast. Releasing our love and our circle of energetics to the greater source field. And we close out by saying hallelujah. So it is, so it shall be. All right, guys, there we go. Love you all. We'll close out today. Thank you guys for being here. And of course, remember, everything you do or don't do helps you to create your loving, living universe if you're still in your dark night of the soul. As you release your darkness to your higher self, you step into your highest light. As you release the darkness, you vibrate faster. You instant weight loss program because you've lost all that trauma weight, right? So you step into the light body where you can create your loving, living universe. There you go. All right, guys. And stay awesome because you are. All right. All right. Come meditate with us. Here we go. Flip, flip, replace. There you go, Victor. You are pinned. So yeah, come meditate with us in the pin message there at 9:45 or 7:45 or 8:45 or the 45s. Either way, guys, we love you. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you all. Bring pen and paper. We are going to write gratitude. We're going to do speed writing with gratitude, and we will ground into the same gratitude word that we saw today on our golden light. And of course, while you're out there, see that word, whatever it is for you, put it in golden light and see it today on and off in your universe, and allow for that flow. You are the flow that you've been looking for. And yeah, and I love you all. Stay awesome. And see you all in the next